She's beginning to feel the cold now. Her hands are going numb, clutching the buoy rope while the rest of her stays still, leaching warmth into the sea around her. She should get moving. He keeps staring at her, even as he ducks his head into the wind shadow of his coat, held wide to protect the flame from his Zippo as he sparks up the rollie. He sucks in a lungful and slowly lets the smoke out into the freshening breeze. "There are cleaner ways to top yourself," he says, his voice closer to a growl than a shout. "Name one," she says. Sometimes the urge to break that barrier leads her to poke at him in a kind of defiance. He spits a shred of tobacco off his lip and shakes his head. "I don't want to argue," he says, voice almost lost in the wind. "But you came over," she says. "But you turned the boat around and came over." Matt nods, like she made a fair point, like they could be having a reasonable conversation, as if they could ever talk normally with one another now. "He wouldn't want you doing this," he says. And there it is, the first low blow. "I'm not," she says. "I'm not a fucking idiot, Sig," he says. "I looked it up on the internet. I know you're breaking all the rules here." "I am not committing suicide," she says. "Free diving without a buddy, without a team. No one does that." She's suddenly very exhausted by all this. It could be the cold, or it could be this ground they are going over again. Or it could be he's making her feel guilty about the only thing that seems to centre her these days, something that's only her concern now, and this pisses her off, despite knowing he means well. "I'm in control," she says. "You don't have to keep nagging me." "You're in control until you're not," he says. "I know you. When you run, you always want to improve your time. When you climb, you want to go higher and harder. So what are the chances that you, being you, are not pushing yourself to go just that wee bit deeper every time you do this?" He raises an eyebrow as he stares her down. "Ran," she says, "and climbed, as in past tense. This is what I do now, Matt. What I can do, and I really, really don't want to feel bad about it. And I really, really don't want to be the one to find you fouling my nets one fine morning," he says. "Plus, my gran wants an eye kept on you." Playing the Kathleen card is the second low blow. "I'm getting cold," Sig says. "We done?" He should stop now, he thinks. "Angus and Shona told me," he says. "You didn't sign the papers." "That's your business, is it?" she says. "You should have," he says. "Don't want to be a guardian," she says. "Or an aunt," he says. "I'm only her aunt on paper," she says. "And it only kicks in if Shona and Angus die before she's an adult," he says. "Fuck's sake, Sig, they're healthy. She'll be way past grown up by the time they toddle off. It's nothing. Just words on paper that'll make them feel a bit easier." "Why don't you do it?" she says. "Wasn't asked, and I'm not kin," he says. He points at the boy. "Is it because of this?" "Don't know what you mean," she says. "You thinking of toddling off yourself?" he says. "Her grandparents understood," she says. "It's all good between us. I'm looking after her while they go to the morgue. No bad blood. Don't stir." "No," he says. "They just said they understood, because they're nice folk and didn't want to make you feel bad. They're kind. Like—" He bites off the rest of the sentence and looks away. She stares at the back of his head. "Like who?" she says. The shiver in her voice is just the cold water. She needs to move. Like you, Sig, he says, looking back down at her. Like you used to be. And suddenly, she's had enough. She lets go of the boy. Good luck with the fishing,